Ghanaians coming to you for visas. I think you wrote something, you posted something on social media.
Stop harassing me with visas. I'm not a consul. True. Yeah.
Were they coming at you?
Oh, yeah. Night and day. Night and day. Oh, on my phone as well. I don't know. Sometimes they managed to get my WhatsApp and they called me middle of the night. And I was like, it's crazy. Crazy.
God, no. Actually.
But I understand where they come from. I mean, you need to travel, you have an appointment, you have a concert, you have a business meeting, and then you apply for a visa and there's no appointment, no slot.
Because for me, I told you the other time, I'm trying to get a visa.
No slot.
No slot.
I know. There are many reasons for that, which will not console you at all, but it will explain a bit. One is the number of requests has increased dramatically. So the size of the desk that is providing and studying the applications is not enough. So because we went from 4,000 a year to 7,000 to 10,000 suddenly with the same number of people. So that's one thing. But the other thing is scammers. Some people are buying the slots to sell them back.
How did they do that?
Well, they were using some insiders who were on their mobile phone refreshing the VFS website until there was a slot available. They would buy it with a fake number, a passport number, a name, pay 70 cedis to book that slot, and then they would sell it back for 800.
Wow.
So, and all they had to do was just refresh and buy the slots and sell them back. Then there must have been some insider's complicity, because then you need to change the passport number. So in my last month in office, what I was going through every Friday was asking VFS for the list of appointments for the next 3 months. And then I would sort them by phone number, sort them by email, sort them by motive of travel. And when I saw that 60 applications had the same phone number, I was just cancelling immediately those 60. And so the people would turn up and say, oh, but I had an appointment. Say, so sorry, it was cancelled. And they would go back to the agent or the middleman who had illegally sold them this appointment for 800 CDs instead of 70, and they would do their business together. So I didn't meddle into it. I just cancel it. I said, no, it's obviously not their phone number, so there's no point calling them, say, is that true that you have an appointment? I was also checking the motives. So people were ticking family reunion. But we have a very small Ghanaian diaspora in France, so chances are very little that they're actually going for a family reunion. So we would sort out the Excel sheet and all the family reunion motives. We would call the phone number, say, oh, okay, so family reunion, what's the name of your family, where does it live?
Trouble.
Of course, they couldn't answer. Well, sorry, we cancel your appointment. When you book your next appointment, you say tourists. It's perfectly fine. Right. So we would just, check the... And sometimes I had applications for student visa for someone aged 63. So I said, so you check the birth date and you check the motives and you say, that's not possible. So that's how I managed to cancel many slots, reopen them. But then within 2 hours, they were booked again. Because some scammers were actually refreshing the screen and rebooking. So every week we had to clean the lists, reopen the slots. I'm not sure they are still doing that, but we have 3 months wait, but you need a visa from the French embassy only if your first point of entry in the Schengen zone is France. Okay. If your first point of entry is Spain or Germany and France is just a transit, right, you need a visa that you go and get from the consulate. Germany, right, in consulate in German consulate or Spanish consulate, Italy, or that's the first point of entry. But for bizarre reasons, suddenly people were very attracted to France. My bad, probably. So we were overwhelmed with visa applications. 3 months wait is obviously a lot, especially when you can't get a slot and you have other things to do during the day. Other than refreshing your screen until there's a slot available. Okay. So usually early in the morning there might be slots available. But for some countries you've got up to 3 years wait. So
Hey, a little bit small.
This is Hitz.